Leave a like right now for absolutely nothing. It's a pretty good deal. Leave a like. What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we have a story time video of when I was just absolutely done wrong, done dirty, just absolute blasphemy from someone else. And it really shouldn't be legal. I mean, I'm being a little bit of an exaggeration, but it was quite a tough day. Quite just a really bro moment. Like just one of those moments where you're just like, dude, why? Why? Before we get into the story, just check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with notifications on. Really trying to 200K before the end of the summer. And also, while you're down there leaving a like for absolutely nothing, just leave a few comments down below as well. Like leave 1 or 2 comments while you're leaving a like. Just a bit of an algorithm boost because storytime videos don't do as well on the channel. So I want more people to see them because views are good. And yeah, let's get right into it. So this all happened about 2 to 3 years ago. This is almost like an update to a story time that happened like 3 to 4 years ago. And I think I already covered that on one of my storytime videos. So just so you know, my storytime playlist will be linked in the description if you ever want to just go binge watch that. But I'll give a brief summary for you guys who didn't see that video. What I did was, it was pretty cringe, and I might even recreate the story because I don't think I even really told it that well. I think I told it on stream a couple times, but I'll give you a brief rundown of what happened, and if this video gets 3,000 likes, I'll tell the full story, full cringe and all the details. I really don't want to do it, but 3K likes and I'll do it for you guys. Essentially what happened was when I was in 7th grade, and I just graduated high school, so that was a very long time ago, but still, unfortunately, a little bit too recent for comfort, in my opinion. I basically decided that the best way to go about expressing my love for another woman was to, or a girl at this point, because it was 7th grade, the best way that I thought to express my love for someone would to be, guess, either A, B, or C, and comment down below A, B, or C. A is to just, go up to her, talk to her like a normal human being and just, exchange, be in a conversation, right? Actually talk to her, right? Be a normal guy. Or B, don't really, I don't have the courage for that, so I go through Snapchat and maybe I decide to snap her instead. Or C, I decide to do neither A nor B, and I decide to instead make the genius 10,000 IQ play and write her not 1, not 2, but 3 anonymous love letters because that's a good idea, question mark. I'll give you a second to comment that down below, but make sure to pause because I'm about to spoil it. But if you commented A or B, I really do like you guys, but you have a little bit too much faith in me, especially, it's not something I do today, 100%. Like, I've definitely done some, a little cringeworthy things recently, as you guys have probably seen with the recent couple videos. But I wouldn't do anything like that. But the thing is, if you commented A or B, you're really giving 7th grade me a little bit too much of benefit of the doubt in this situation. Unfortunately, I chose C. So basically what happened was eventually she found out, obviously, and it was kind of just an embarrassing story that kind of just lingered around with me for like a couple months, and then people just forgot about it. So this all happens 2 years after that whole thing happens. So I'm living my best life, and I haven't talked to this person in a long time. This wasn't a situation where someone does something super embarrassing and then they end up becoming friends with the person they did something embarrassing with. This was just a situation where I did something super embarrassing and never talked to them again, right? That's the kind of situation we're in. And I just had never talked to this person. And, I was a completely different person. This was freshman year, and I'm a completely different person now than I was freshman year. But I was a completely different person freshman year than I was in 7th grade. Like, I would never do something like this. Would I do something kind of cringe? 100%. I'm full of cringe moments. Like, that's just me when it comes to this. But would I do that specifically? No. You know what? I haven't even thought about that instance for a very long time. That whole disaster that I kind of briefly spoke about. And I think the full story is linked in the playlist. And 3K likes if you want a 4K rendition of me just not being really smart. 3K likes. Let's go. So this is 2 years after the fact, the winter of my freshman year, and I haven't thought about anything related to the whole, we're going to call it the letter incident. The little story I just told you about is called the letter incident, so I'm going to refer to it as that. I haven't thought about the letter incident in probably about a year, honestly. Like, I thought about it a lot after the fact, but after a while, because people forgot about it, and it just wasn't a big deal anymore. And it had kind of felt like it's been so long, because I know 2 years for someone who's like 35 is really not that long, but especially when you're in middle school, like, that goes by so quickly. Like, even 6 months, you're just, everything is completely different. It's wild, bro. But essentially, I haven't thought about this at all. And I was finishing up my sports practice. I was just kind of like winding down for the day. I was thinking about what homework I needed to do, what I hadn't already done, if I needed to really focus on something. Just kind of winding down, preparing my night. Maybe if I had some time to just hang out with some friends, or maybe just, do something relaxing, whatever I was watching back in the day, maybe throw on some YouTube videos. But I'm on my kind of like, I flip open my phone as I'm waiting to be picked up, and I go through the kind of the social media run where you go through Instagram and Snapchat. You just kind of go through, see what your friends are posting, see what's up, see if there's any new YouTube videos. And I check Snapchat, and I'm kind of shocked by what I see. It is not a very nice thing. I mean, it wasn't mean, but it definitely wasn't a very fun thing to see. I'll put it that way. So I had the girl from the letter incident added on Snapchat. It probably happened after the fact. I don't know who added who, but it wasn't like an attempt to rekindle anything. It was probably just out of like, hey, this thing happened. Hi, like that's a little awkward, but let's be civil about it. Let's watch each other's Snapchat stories. Back when like Snapchat was a thing. I don't know about you, but like I really just don't use the app anymore. Like I have a few people I might, send photos to like every once in a while. Photos of my face, you creeps, by the way. I know someone's going to be an idiot and interpret that wrong. There's a few friends I send photos to of my face, but other than that, I don't really use the app. It was really like a thing in middle school and the beginning of high school. And it was pretty big then, but I just don't use it anymore. And I'm sure that a lot of people do, but it's just honestly not my thing. But here's the thing. Back in the day, I was checking Snapchat and I checked the letter girl's story, expecting it to be some like happy birthday photo or like, that kind of cringe, like 11:11 making a wish. Actually, no, that wouldn't have made sense because it was like 7 p.m. at night. But what I saw it was pretty upsetting. I'm going to be honest. So I check her Snapchat story and she's holding something in her hand, and I couldn't really read it at first. But the first thing I noticed before I noticed what is in her hand is I see the tagline. Because on Snapchat, you can add text, obviously. The text says, "Oh, hey, at," and then my username. And I was like, I never talked to this girl. Like, I was thinking this all like really quick in like split seconds because I see what's on like she's holding in a second. But what I'm thinking is like, I don't talk to this girl. Like, why did she say, "Oh, hey," at my username? And then I check what she's holding, and she's holding one of the original letters. I'm like, oh my God, no, dude, no. And I'm just thinking to myself, why? It's been so, why? Like, I know I was like stupid and cringe, but why? Like, why bring it? What did I do to you recently? Like, what did I do to you then? Yes, very weird, awkward. But what have I done to you recently, though? Like, what provoked this? And I thought about it, and I actually, was, okay, well, what would be the reason? So the thing is, the letters were originally confiscated by, the dean. I didn't get in trouble or anything, because she's like, oh, wow, he's going to face consequences from just socially. Like, we don't need to reprimand him any further. But the dean also she just took the letter. She's like, oh, these are cringe. Let me get rid of these. And essentially, I wasn't going to this school anymore, but the girl still was, the letter incident girl. And apparently the dean, as one day, happened to bring these just for funny haha and to show. And she handed them out, and she handed them to the letter girl, and the letter girl thought it was hilarious and decided to post it on her story, tagging me, reminding everyone of what happened. Just everyone needed to know, obviously. Everyone needed to be reminded of this, of course. And I just kind of remember swiping up and being like, damn. And she was like, lol. Like, it was such an inconsequential conversation that we had. I remember just being a one word, wow, okay, ooh. I wasn't it wasn't really clear that I was salty about it, even though I was a little salty about it. I'm going to be honest. I was pretty salty about it. And she was just like, haha. We didn't have a conversation about it. We didn't have some rekindling moment, as I don't think we would have had. Because what are we going to rekindle over? Absolutely nothing. Oh, remember when you did that thing? No, I really don't want to remember when I did that thing. I really don't. Anyways, if you made it this far into the video, I would like you to pause the video and comment "door" down below. I just want to see how many people make it to the end of the video, because I do appreciate you guys for doing that. And if you want to keep watching these storytime videos, because I've really enjoyed watching them, in the description of this video will be linked my storytime playlist, and you can feel free to watch those videos there. Also, I think I already did the letter girl story in a previous video, so you can go watch the story times and you'll probably find it. However, I don't really think I went into a lot of detail because I was a little bit sussed out by it, just like, why did I do that? So if this video gets 3,000 likes, I'll make an updated kind of like 4K version where I really just go into every single detail of just how down horrendous I was at that time and just how little I thought or used my brain. Yeah, guys, but I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below. Go check the Storytime playlist, leave a like, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.